Casper, hi. Hello. Hello friends, and welcome to this sort of rambly little video about memes. I did not expect to dedicate a whole video to this, but then the more I thought about it, you know, it's an interesting predicament to ponder. A picture of me became a meme. This picture of me, not a particularly big meme, I will admit. You probably haven't seen it, but it's gotten big enough that it feels like something that is out of my control. It's being posted by people who have no idea who I am, being taken wildly out of context, etc., etc. Small scale meme, but a meme nonetheless. This picture was taken on July 5th by Tumblr user existentialqueer at -con2. I assume you already know all about -con2. Or at least you have no excuse not to, being here on this very channel. But if you are unfamiliar, all you really have to know is that I gave a panel on the subject of internet archaeology. These are things that tell you something about a place and time. Like, these are things that are worth remembering. Yeah. So, Grover House, of course. Like, and so that's how I like to use my channel sometimes, as like a museum for online oddities that intrigue me or make me laugh or delight me in some kind of a way. The full panel is available now on my Patreon, along with many other fun exclusive videos in the $2 a month tier. So at my DashCon panel, I said this: I believe that the greatest research skill you can have is being a nosy bitch who wants to find out. I believe this, okay? The person who you can hear yelling woo in the clip is Tumblr user existentialqueer, who took this picture and posted it to Tumblr a few days later on July 8th. But before we continue, a brief word from this video's sponsor. Have you been waiting to throw away that musty old mattress that smells weird and has terrible back support? Well, this video sponsor, Helix, has the new mattress for you. And I do mean you, dear viewer. Helix makes premium mattresses customized to fit your unique needs and shipped conveniently straight to your door. Everyone's different, everyone sleeps differently, which is why Helix has their sleep quiz to help match you with your perfect mattress. If you sleep with a partner, you can take the quiz together to find something that's the perfect compromise for the two of you. Based on my results, Helix matched me with their Twilight Luxe mattress, this beautiful mattress that you see before your eyes right here. It is the firmest mattress that they offer. I do generally prefer firmer mattresses because they're better for the scoliosis demons that live in my spine. It is very easy for me to mess up my day if I don't sleep on the right kind of surface. Helix mattresses have been reviewed against hundreds of competitors and have been the most awarded. The Helix Midnight Luxe has been ranked the best overall mattress according to both Forbes and Wired, but the Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses for you to choose from, as well as mattress toppers to help customize your experience even more. For example, adding support in certain places if you have back pain. The toppers are amazing even on non-Helix mattresses, so even if you don't have the budget to upgrade your whole mattress right now, the toppers are still very worth looking into. They even offer Helix Kids mattresses in case you're looking to upgrade your kids' bed this back-to-school season. I've had my Helix mattress for around 3 years now. Isn't it crazy how the years fly? When you're sleeping so good on your Helix mattress. But I have actually been sleeping really well on it. So has my partner, our two beautiful baby Binguses. And if it makes you nervous to buy a mattress that you've never tried out in person, don't worry, because Helix offers a 100-night sleep trial. You can sleep on this baby for 100 nights before you decide if you really love it. Helix offers seamless returns and exchanges. There's also a 10-year warranty, flexible financing options and payment plans. And of course, Helix will deliver your mattress straight to your door, and shipping is free within the US. I really like my Helix mattress, so if you're in the market for a new bed, highly recommend them. You can visit helixsleep.com/strangeeons to take advantage of their extended Labor Day sale exclusive partner offer, 27% off, site-wide. That link is in the description down below for your clicking, and now I return you to your regularly scheduled content. Existentialqueer's post immediately starts getting notes. 10,000 notes, 20,000 notes, 30,000 notes in the first couple of days of being on Tumblr. And that checks out to me. You know, it's a good picture. There's something about it. It's nice. It's like, it's well composed or something. It's a good picture. So that doesn't surprise me. But 30,000 Tumblr notes is not that much in the grand scheme of, you know, internet clout. So I was kind of surprised when people started telling me that they were seeing it posted on Instagram. I was so jump scared seeing you on my friend's Instagram story. They're not on Tumblr. Containment breached. I need you to know that this was featured in my literature lecture today. The lecturer said her daughter sent it to her since she's an academic, and quote unquote, I think it's a compliment, but she's 16, so I'm not sure. She thought it was funny and clever, as do I. But the breaking of containment did give me psychic damage. I received a few asks like this within the first days after DashCon. People being like, oh my god, help, this random person I know who isn't on Tumblr is posting this meme of you. Why is this breached containment? And then people I know in real life started sending me versions of this picture being like, hey, is this you? So I decided to post it to my own Instagram as a way of being like, hey, yeah, that's me in the picture with the funny hat. This exact hat, by the way. I'd been living on a lamp in the corner of my office ever since DashCon. So then the picture kind of blew up on my Instagram. As of now, it has like 400,000 likes and 5.1 million views, which is a lot for my Instagram. Like before this, I was actively losing Instagram followers. I'm pretty sure everyone who follows me on Instagram followed me in 2018 and is either dead now or still thinks of me as the long Furby girl. I don't try on Instagram. I don't know how Instagram works, okay? Why are all of you people in my house looking at pictures of me? Why are there blue check marks in my comment section now? Why do you people like this picture so much? Fittingly, considering the origin of this image at an internet archaeology panel, I thought to myself, can we look at this through the perspective of internet archaeology? Can we trace back who posted it when? Is there one popular Instagram meme page that is responsible for doing this to me? Did they scavenge the image from Tumblr? If not, who did scavenge it from Tumblr? Is this another case of Tumblr being the whale fall of the internet? Someone posted it to Substack on August 14th. Someone then took a screenshot of that Substack post and posted that on Instagram. Someone posted it on Threads. Someone took a screenshot of Threads and then again posted it to Instagram. There's one post where the image quality of it is like just significantly worse. And I can't tell if it's one of those situations where it's just like a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot, or if they deep fried me on purpose. You deep fry me? You deep fry me yet? You deep fry me like the Instagram meme? Why are there so many people posting it on LinkedIn? LinkedIn? You post me at on LinkedIn? Someone informed me that it was on the Instagram story of a violinist who is currently touring with My Chemical Romance. I saw My Chemical Romance. I saw her perform at the Toronto show in August, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, this like cool talented person on stage touring with MCR posted that fucking picture of me. Sorry, it was posted by who? The largest and oldest high IQ society in the world. It is a non-profit organization open to people who score in the 90th percentile. Ugh! Well, that sounds insufferable. And I found something insane on Tumblr, okay? I mean, I found something insane on Tumblr is a pretty good summary of my whole channel, but I found this account, which is like reposting, not reblogging. It's like reposting popular posts, like posts that are getting a lot of notes, and it just reposts the image with all of the exact same tags that the OP gave it. So this blog has like a few popular fandom posts, a bunch of porn. Yeah, that's banned on Tumblr, but who even cares anymore? And me. But then underneath, it will add just the most obvious scam links I've ever seen in my entire life. Join us and win. Join us and win. I think if you click this, you just die instantly. You click this and Jeff the Killer shows up at your house. There are so many different versions of it on so many different websites. I can't trace the popularity to one source. Like, it seems to get attention everywhere it gets posted, which leads me to the conclusion. After all of these years, I have finally done it. I have become #relatable. That's not a thing that I am accustomed to being, you know? The panel that this image is from was on an extremely niche topic. The whole convention it was at was extremely niche. I was just out there doing my weird shit. I made something that was specifically about my experience doing my weird shit, and thanks to one image that's kind of funny out of context, a lot of people have made it about their experience, which has been really fascinating to watch. It can be about being an astrology girl, sure. People are tagging the Tumblr post as their characters. Some people are even drawing characters into the image. Someone made a template where they just erase me from it so you can draw in whoever you want who you think would say this. You can make it your laptop wallpaper. You just put some worm stickers all over it and make it your Tumblr header. It's even been posted to funnyjunk.com. What the fuck is funnyjunk.com? I like the message, but I do not like the one saying it. Don't know her. Just looks like an unpleasant person. She is a Canadian-ish feminist. Don't know her channel, be warned. She looks like one of those chicks that acts cool but turns into a turbo hyper omega giga Karen the moment she turns 20. I'm gonna be 27 in like a month. Why are these random people who do not know me posting pictures of me? What makes it a meme? And what does it mean for an image to become a meme? The word meme was created in 1976, but it originally had nothing to do with internet jokes. It was created by evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins to describe the way that cultural ideas are passed down through generations, kind of the way that genetics are. The meme is the idea that is passed down between generations through imitation, although every person kind of acts it out in their own way. Much like genes, memes can mutate and evolve, and their evolution often mirrors a sort of Darwinian natural selection. So Richard Dawkins is sort of using genetics as a metaphor for understanding how culture is also passed down. That is the purpose for which he coined the word meme. So I'm sure you can imagine why that term got co-opted to describe a particular type of internet humor. Memes are never just the creative work of one person. They become what they are by being transmitted from person to person, having their meanings expanded with every new context they're put in. Today there is a definite distinction between the way that Richard Dawkins initially intended a meme to be understood and studied, and the brand of internet humor known as a meme. Though both types of meme have a lot of academic work surrounding them, and that might surprise you if you are just an average social media user whose feed is constantly filled with memes. What do you mean? Academic. It's just funny combinations of images and text. What is there to read into? You might say, mistakenly. The role of memes in the internet ecosystem is really interesting. Because memes are created collectively, they've been found to be a really powerful means of bonding and constructing group identity, although I don't think we as internet users needed anyone writing papers about this to tell us that. A lot of us have our beloved memes that came out of our niche internet communities. The memes that I open my crusty eyeballs and see on my phone at 4 a.m. when I can't sleep are totally different. Me being someone whose primary social media is still Tumblr versus, to say, a teenager who uses TikTok or a millennial man on Reddit. I don't know, I'm a stereotypical Tumblr user, so I'm gonna stereotype everyone else, I don't know. Every online niche has their own memes. Memes are social, memes are a form of communication, and like any languages, there are subtle nuances to how to use them correctly. The memes that you like, that you post, signal your belonging to an in-group, your values as opposed to those of the out-group. At this point, we know that communities, subcultures, political movements even have been built on memes. The constant meme stream of our social media feeds has the ability not only to influence our senses of humor, to sort of worm its way into the way we speak, but does definitely have the ability to shape our values as well because of how effective they are at making people feel like they're part of this special in-group. 4chan, which in its heyday was the birthplace of a lot of the biggest memes of the 2010s, is notoriously angry about people stealing their memes or hostile towards new users who don't use their memes correctly. We've all seen brands try and use memes to cultivate a cool, hip image, whether that's successful or not. But even on an individual level, people post memes as a way of saying, this is who I am and this is what I value. No different from how you choose what stores you want to shop at. Your consumption habits, in this case of memes, is a way of signaling who you are. 2 weeks left to enroll in Firestarter University, a year-long program based on my new book, Fired Up: How to Turn Your Spark into a Flame and Come Alive at Any Age. The image she is using to sell you her self-help book / online course for middle-aged women, you guessed it, it's me, ready to dive into the mystery that is, quote-unquote, galactic esoteric astrology. Reach out to me and learn more about my very extensive course. I'm selling you an astrology course now. This leads me to another essential quality of memes in this day and age, which is absurdity. I think there's always been an absurdity to memes. Even the humor of early internet memes relied on images and text being taken out of context or combined in weird ways or applied to situations you wouldn't expect them to be. But as the years go on, memes have just started to make less and less sense, and the definition of meme seems to be getting looser and looser. Sometimes the whole point of memes now is just not to make sense. And yet we laugh. We laugh and we send them to our friends like, haha, look at this picture of a frog set to Hannah Montana songs. I do think that my meme appeals to the absurd a little bit. There's this liminal quality to the white room with the ceiling panels. It looks like a school or something. There's a PowerPoint presentation happening, which generally means this is an academic or perhaps even boring occasion. But then the slide says something silly and the person is wearing a little party hat. So what is this place? This is a combination of things that does not seem like it should happen. So there's a surrealism to it. I think This is just my thought. This is just my theory, but I think it makes sense that the increasing absurdity of memes could be due to the rapid commodification and spread of them. The internet of the 90s and 2000s was like a special club, but by the 2010s, everybody was on the internet. Your dad was probably sending you those motivational poster memes and cheeseburger cats and whatever. I think there was a desire to keep the in-jokes exclusive, so memes had to get more and more niche. Cheeseburger cats became old memes, nostalgic relics. If you wanted to be cool, you had to be investing in the hot, new, different memes. And now it feels like the weirder a meme is, the more intrigued people are. I think that's exemplified well by this type of subreddit that was really popular from like 2016 to 2018. They were called things like meme economy and insider meme trading, where people would like assess memes like stocks and bet on their potential for popularity. Like, they're joking, but it is a pretty scathing satire of the way memes were starting to be treated at that point. Even one of those Instagram posts that included the picture of me from DashCon refers to, quote unquote, another bountiful meme harvest. Ah yes, toiling in the fields for memes to be exchanged for Instagram likes to feed my family. And you know what else memes are? Art. Gen Z's surreal memes have been compared to art movements like Dadaism and Surrealism, the condition of our generation compared to that of the post-World War I lost generation, which gave rise to those art movements. You know, growing up living through horrific world event after horrific world event, knowing that our climate is doomed, it makes a guy a little silly. Absurdism is essentially the philosophy that life is meaningless. The universe is silent in response to our suffering. It's all, well, absurd. The foundational text of absurdism is The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. He uses the example of Sisyphus, a figure from Greek mythology who is punished by Zeus to have to roll a boulder up a mountain, but every time he reaches the top, the boulder just rolls back down, and he must repeat this task for all eternity. That is the metaphor for human existence. The struggle is ultimately for nothing. But don't kill yourself like some kind of a loser, he argues. Instead, revolt. Revolt against the unfeeling universe. Feel anyway. Live anyway, despite there being no grand cosmic design or reward. The struggle itself towards the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. And that's us. Looking at deep-fried pictures of frogs set to Hannah Montana songs, guys. Everybody has those days. So, sorry for breaking out the myth of Sisyphus on you guys today. That was pretty uncalled for. I know. So how does this inform my understanding of my own admittedly small memedom? These days they're highly commodified like everything on this hell internet, and people are sort of trying to combat that by making them increasingly freaky, but they're also probably increasingly freaky because we're all going insane, and they're like our generation's Dadaism or something. Memes. But if memes are also powerful signifiers of identity and values, what does this image represent? It's a picture of me. So I can tell you what the authorial intent here was. I was talking about how I'm mostly self-taught, and if you too want to make something but you feel underqualified or intimidated, don't. Stop that. Just start wherever you can and build from there. I believe in you so long as you are in it for the good honest sport of fucking around and finding out, not meeting a deadline, not proving a point that you want to be true, not making yourself seem cool and smart and getting online clout for it. Just good honest finding out. Oftentimes, my video ideas originate just because I'm like, hey, what the hell is up with thing? Ah, I see no one has made an easily accessible online deep dive on thing. I suppose I will make it because I want it to exist. That's it. Follow your curiosity and it will lead you cool places. And a lot of people got that from this brief image. A lot of people relate to the experience of going down weird research rabbit holes and finding out. A lot of really cool people who work in really cool fields have posted this picture, and I'm honored by that. That's awesome. Also, Tumblr is one of those parts of the internet that often does still feel like a special club. People who know that this is a picture of me, the Tumblr guy, at DashCon, may very well be using it for that purpose of in-group signaling. Existential Queer, who took the photo, told me, I think the combination of your true words on the slide about the greatest research skill is being a nosy bitch really resonates with the Tumblr crowd of neurodivergent info dumpers. I took a lot of photos at DashCon, but that was my favorite by far because to me, it captured the essence of Tumblr. I felt like this image was all I needed to post to really sum up the experience and vibes of being there. But of course, when something gets big enough, it breaches containment of its originally intended audience. And this is something that I will tell you with absolute certainty, as someone who has now been perceived on the internet for quite a long time, when the quantity of internet eyeballs on you goes up, the quality does not. It never does. Research can mean pretty much anything. Doing research does not necessarily mean you are getting quality information, and telling other people to do their own research is often a way of, I find, of people just trying to sound smart while deflecting attention away from what their sources actually are. There is one use of this meme that is worse than the rest. There's a worst one, and I saved it for last. This was posted on LinkedIn. Confession time. My name's Redacted. I'm a copywriter, and I use AI. Not only do I use AI in my day-to-day role, I've been doing this for a year. Not only have I been doing this myself, but I've trained over 150 plus people at Redacted to use it too. I'm part of the AI leadership group at Redacted, championing best practices and making sure we're adopting AI thoughtfully and ethically. How exactly are we going to use the water-guzzling climate destruction machine ethically? How exactly are we going to pull that off? But honestly, I've been too scared to post any of this in case I get copywriter canceled. Yes, there are real and present ethical concerns and conversations we need to be having. But you know who's best placed to be having these conversations? Us. Okay, girl, let's have it. How are we going to ethically use the water-guzzling climate destruction machine? My advice for you as a copywriter, be a nosy bitch. Learn everything you can about how AI works. Read the articles, listen to webinars, do the courses. My advice to you if you're a CMO, do not replace your creatives with AI unless you're happy with boring same content. Instead, put the tools in your creatives' hands. So she's not arguing that people should be fully replaced with AI, because then she'd be out of a job, obviously. But that all creatives should be using it to improve their work. If you're feeling anxious about AI, either about using it more yourself or within your team, please reach out. The only way we can battle the big tech bullies is by coming together and equipping ourselves with the knowledge to demand. What does that mean? How are you fighting big tech by checks notes, using and heavily promoting their product? Image credit. Sarah Stockdale. Who is that? Who is that? Okay, level with me. Okay, level with me, Redacted, right now. Did you ask AI where this image comes from? And it hallucinated an answer for you? Be a nosy bitch. Image credit. Some woman who has nothing to do with this image. Everything about this is contrary to the spirit of being a nosy bitch. You did not want to find out. And you did not find out. You know nothing. I'm exploding you in my mind 1 billion times. I'm biting your ankles like a rabid chihuahua. There's this Tumblr post I really agree with. It really sums up my thoughts on AI well. And it just says, why would I bother to read anything that nobody bothered to write? I cannot fathom a universe in which using AI makes someone's work genuinely better. Like, all it does is regurgitate boring slop. AI will never make anything that a human creative can't. It will almost certainly do a worse job. It'll just do a bad job fast. So I get that a lot of people are using it to do work that they genuinely don't give a shit about because they're just miserable and feel like they're being worked to death. I don't really know what to say about that right now because I don't think AI is the root of the problem with that situation, but it does deeply irk me to see AI positivity's sparkle emoji. Stop pretending the dystopian slop machine is anything other than what it is. I don't want to make slop. I feel I have an obligation to the people who like my work and also to myself. If I have any self-respect, I have the obligation to use my fucking human brain. And I don't know, just be alive in general. And this came up in the question period of my DashCon panel. I said fuck AI at this panel. Which one of my friends wrote this as an elaborate joke? Okay, confess now, because why does this feel just perfectly calculated to make me specifically want to eat glass? It's really, this is a funny moment in my time being perceived on the internet. I'm having fun. I'm laughing and I'm having fun. So that was my journey into becoming a meme and then questioning the very nature of memes as I did that. And honestly, my meme was so minor that I think it's probably done now. I don't even really think I'm gonna see it getting too much more attention. I think it was just a fun little bit of fun extra flavor added to my months of July and August. And now it is done. So I wanted to reflect on it while my thoughts are fresh. Thank you, as always, for watching this video, my friends, and I will see you in another one very soon.